it's an algorithm. It was used here. It is used to derive the attributes of individual human face from an existing databases. So there is a linear discriminant analysis method are used to extract the human facial attributes with a high performance. So this supports large databases. So because the result we can't able to get at least a very 98 or 100% result we can't able to expect. But according to the survey, LDA proves very large data sets. It was sufficiently good. And human age estimation theory, it was in the literature review. It was explained by Lantis and came into cluster algorithm. This is just one successful one. So again, after that remaining heat map, so CNN, so architecture, it was developed by Kumar et al. These are the new researchers, 2017. Again, deep convolutional neural network also appreciably they are giving good performance. And hyperface deep ID3 algorithm is proposed in this architecture, Sun Y et al. So these are the widely used algorithms. Even deep learning techniques also it was widely used, and also the result was appreciable. So conventional aggregation of local evidence, one method was proposed by Butel A et al. 2016. It also appreciable result actually. The experimentation we are using here in this manuscript, 50 images are used. So for actually facial images, known actual images, and 16 images for unknown people, and 50 images for known people, and there is and 16 for unknown people. So the formula I'm using is the distance between the 2 points. This is the formula we are using, equilateral distance. So the d is equal to root of x1 minus xl minus xr, left and right, the whole square, minus yl minus yr, the whole square, l left and right. So in the experimentation setup here, pre-processing step, actually this is here the d, we need to calculate the sentences, distances, and this there is the chin, the part 0.5. That's these are the methods we are using. So attribute to one the distance between the left to the right to the left eye, divided by the length between the nose to the eye. So this is the one formula we derived from this. So attribute to one distance between the right to left eye. So like this form, the attribute 2 and attribute 3, distance between right to left eyeball, the length divided by length between the eye to attributes experimentally, and attribute 4, the distance between nose to the eye divided by length between lip to the eye. So attribute 5, distance between nose to the eye divided by the length between chin to eye. So the attributes. Then again attribute 6, chin to the eye separation divided by top of the head to the chin separation. And attribute 7 we can determine using age detection method. So age procedure of segmenting photographic image into the segments of having gaps. Okay, so this is the attribute 7 we are using this age detection using this. Then the pre-processing step, actually how we are able to find it is the most utilized technique for digital image processing domain. So extracting the attributes for first thing, and pattern recognition is a second thing, and image morphology if we can be able to go for a third thing. So this is a cropped face, it will be shown in the image clearly. And wrinkle area we can able to find on this face is this like this. See, this is the verified thing actually. Then in the attribute selection, so we are using for a count of pixels, number of pixels in the particular front segment divided by amount of the pixels in the 4-part segment, the front side, and B, count of pixels in the left eyelid divided by the amount of pixels. It fairly there is a mathematics calculation only. Left eyelid, and C is the count of pixels in the left eye segment divided by amount of pixels in the right eyelid segment. And this also D similarly. So D and E also we can able to find it out. And this edge detection method. So attribute 7, we can able to find it a plus. So this is the formula we are using, a plus b plus c plus d plus e. And so this is the method we are going to calculate it. So the result according to the paper 3 shows in the paper the third segment experimentation method. So the result we are using MATLAB actually, and that thing is actually attribute 1. It shows the age according to the variances. The age between 1 to 65. The age will be like this actually. And the variations will be shown like this. Attribute 2, the age will be shown like this. And attribute selection 3, and it will be shown like the particular thing, clarity. But here, Trice law attribute 4 will gives you some bell sharp deep curve we analyzed. Then attribute 5 will be somewhat appreciable. The result will be like this, somewhat derived result. Attribute 6 also slightly vary. So classification, utilizing the attribute 7, the Wrinkle attributes, human facial images are categorized by using algorithm named C-means clustering we are using. So hopefully we are getting the result somewhat good. And age approximation, mean age approximation by using the formula. This is the formula we are using, this one. Okay, so divided by this n, there is the number of images used. So the age approximation of the human facial photograph image, which is under the equation, here is age approximation. A summation of this one, next one, wait, show it. So here the photography images, number of images. So J is equal to 1 to 3 up to, and n number of things used, messages used. And the result, actually, the thing is investigational outcomes for human facial photographic faces. Utilizing the thing is normally the estimated age is 31, but actually it is somewhat 29. So here, according to this result, actually the age is 26, but actually it is 24, but we are getting 20, based on the formula, some approximate results we are getting 26. And here also the same, actually is somewhat 54, but estimated is somewhat 3 differences, not a clear accuracy, 100% accuracy. And this also 40, and this will be difference somewhat. So normally here, according to this scenario, this formula used, so here the age, actual age and the estimate age will be somewhat slightly different, 2 to 3, but here only it will be 3. Here normally is good. Okay. Then the conclusion. The recommended technique for assessing the age of a human being was demonstrated. The study of the Wrinkle attribute and the distance between the human facial objects was of great help in assessment of age of a person. The Wrinkle region inquiry is a beneficial routine to evaluate the real age of an individual. So we are getting, or not, in this manuscript, it suggests we are not getting accurate 100% result, somewhat 99%, it is 98%, it is good. So the human facial images with spectacles create problem of eyeball detection and age of an individual. So because spectacles in the sense actually occlusion, more number of things, slightly it may vary. And these are the references used actually. So this is the my thing.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Participants, if you have any queries, now you can post your queries. Participants, if you have any queries, you can ask or post in the chat box. Over to our academic experts. Over to our academic experts. Our academic chairperson, Dr. Selvakumar sir, is with us, and we also have our industry expert, Mr. P. Muthuramasamy, with us. So, over to you, sirs.
Yes, thank you, madam. Few clarification from my side. Dharmaganathan sir,
Yeah, sure,
thank
sir.
you for the very nice presentation. What's your contribution in this work? Um, have you approached deep learning in this
Yes, sir.
work? Um, and
Yes, sir. Yes.
even you also mentioned it about clustering. Am I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, small clarifications only.
Yes.
How many that is nodes are there in this that is deep learning network? Input nodes. How many okay nodes are in output okay layer? In
Okay.
between, okay, how many hidden layers are okay? How okay
Two,
implemented
two,
for
two, two hidden layers, sir.
to it? That is what basis are you okay attempted to okay use this to okay that is incorporated two hidden layers.
Yes, sir.
Is any justification?
Justification normally because experimental work only, no. So, but my research will be slightly different. But this is actually in the sliding part I'm using for the hidden layer more because I'm getting the result. But my research work totally I'm going to find the
No, no,
age
no. It's
and
okay, sir.
sex.
Just I'm okay asking. If you are not clear, please you can go through the fundamentals of perceptrons, no problem. And one more is
Yes,
you mentioned about you are chosen seven attributes.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What basis have you chosen seven attributes? Totally, how many number of attributes are there in the input? That is your data set.
Yeah, data set actually 7 attributes, sir. The
So
data
all
sets I'm
seven
using
attributes
because
you have taken, right?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any data that is attribute subset selection process you are okay, approached? Sorry.
Yeah, yes, is approached, but actually the thing is, can you tell me, sir?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, sure, sir. Tell me, sir.
That is total attributes taken.
Seven, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. It will go for okay. That is instead of seven okay attributes. That is entire attributes.
Yeah,
Okay. What will happen if you go for okay less number of attributes?
yeah. Maybe, possibly the result may
No, no,
vary,
no, no.
sir.
Don't say it's maybe possibility. Just you have to okay, take it as a suggestion and then come up with your results. Okay.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
sir.
That's all
Thank
from
you.
okay my side. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Muthuramasamy sir, any queries from your side, sir? Sir, we are unable to hear you. Sorry, sir, we are not able to hear you. Yes, sir, we get your message. No, sir, we are not able to hear you, sir. Sir, you could post the questions that you would like to ask. Um, I could tell that to our participant. Meanwhile, you could fix it, sir.
Ma'am, sorry for the interrupt.
Yes, sir.
Shall we go for next participant? And okay, madam, is there any timing? Are you maintaining any time schedule for the
Yes,
presenters?
sir. Yes, sir. The presentation closes at 5 o'clock, and
No,
every
no.
participant can present
So,
for
yeah.
12 minutes, and the question
Okay.
and answer session would go for 3 minutes, sir. So totally
Okay.
for each participant, we have planned 15 minutes.
Okay, ma'am.
And the industry expert also told we could proceed to the next
So,
participant, sir.
okay,
So
okay.
I'll
Right.
call up. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank
I'll
you.
call upon the next participant. Paper
Oh,
number
ma'am, shall I leave?
151. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, then. Thank you.
If you are interested to listen to other
Yes.
papers, you could stay, sir. Yes, sir. So I would like to call
Yeah,
upon
thank you.
paper number 151, examination of data analysis through Power BI in grade analysis system. And the paper is presented by Ms. N. Priyadarshini and Dr. H. Vignesh Ramamurthy. Priyadarshini ma'am, your slides are visible. Ma'am, we are not able to hear you. Is your mic unmuted?
Can you hear me now, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you are audible, ma'am. You can start presenting. Thank you, ma'am.
A pleasant good afternoon to everybody present over here. And me and Dr. Vignesh Ramamurthy is here to present our paper titled Examination of Data Analysis through Power BI in Grade Analysis System. So let us discuss from the abstract. Can you see the screen, madam? Okay, so I believe that everybody would have been across the word business intelligence. So this Power BI is a SaaS, that is service oriented a process of giving the details in an enhanced way for developing the business. So what are all it is going to do? It is giving the standardization with a quick convincing independent direction of process with the numerous information resources that is not capable of doing in Excel. We have plenty of data and then data can be retrieved, manipulated, and the results can be visualized using this Power BI. And this Power BI is used for our work to give the same kind of information representation and the investigation for the business itself. That is what we had done. And Power BI is a web-based assistant that empowers looking the information, changing it, imagining it, sharing and creating the reports. And as well, what it does is it does a dashboard with different clients that can equivalent and associate with overall population. So the thing is, it has a bunch of logical reports inside the dashboard. It can be easily analyzed, self-administrated, and it can be connected to all of them inside that. It is an arrangement in the Microsoft acquired Create moving, and when we technically speak about that, it uses the Power BI to assemble the best BI arrangement depends on the business situation. In our research paper, we had done it on the necessities which we required to come out to the clients examination or student analysis report. That is what we have done. So basically, when we are speaking about the model of Power BI, we have 7 steps in that. It starts from getting data, fetching, processing, analyzing, visualizing, editing, and finally the web. So get data is the first step in which the end user is going to get the data from different resources such as files or database or Microsoft Azure, where we take plenty of data, any other online services or whatever the data sources may be, it will be the place where we get the data. Fetching is we are going to select the data from the location using selective queries, which is exactly required for our process, what we are going to do the next. So the third one is the process, where it has been the data is finalized and it has been edited using several options while the data being loaded into the Power BI. Then you're going to analyze, that is the next step. So analyzing is done using the filters, and we have many conditional queries wherein we do the operations of adding column, filtering the enormous data whenever and wherever it is required based on the analysis. The next step is visualization. This step is a very important step where we await for the long processed result. This is going to visualize the results that has been done, like plots, graphs, slices, or whatever is required. All kind of report can be published using this Power BI services after the analysis. Editing is the next step. So when we want to publish the report on the web, it is being carried out to take care of the errors that is being to be rectified, filters need to be done, and it needs to visualize after solving all the problems that has been overcome in the previous step. And this is the report publishing step to the web. It is actually the previous step of the publishing in the web. So after this editing step, we are jumping into the actual target of what we are about to do. That is where the report is converted into the dashboard and it is being shared via URLs and websites. So this is the architecture of Microsoft Power BI, where hundreds of data sources are available in any places like cloud or whatever databases is available. Then it is being connected to the Power BI service. Before that, we will be installing the Power BI desktop, or we can connect to the Power BI online service, where we are going to do all other manipulations as the next step, and then you are going to publish it in the URIs. So types of visuals in Power BI. So there are high quality visual representation that you can broaden using this Power BI. It contains nearly 20 unique sort of visual settings that can run them and test and fabricate high quality visuals. Today, when we are speaking technically, the business people always want the net result. They want the people to analyze the data, finalize the things, and they want it to be the next step of what we need to do with the analyzed data. Suppose, for example, if this many people are purchasing a particular item on the regular basis, they need to know where it is available, how it is available, what can we do for enhancing the business. So those kind of things is very easily done using this Power BI. In fact, when I was talking with one of my senior, he was working in an IT industry. He was working in Oracle actually, and he told that Power BI is being implemented slowly in IT sector to find out the data interpretation and usages, analyzing the technologies. All those things is being done using this Power BI. And this code is being written in TypeScript. I think if you are familiar with Angular, most of us will know how we will be working in the TypeScript. So it is a straightforward fabricate and troubleshoot methodology. It aggregates down to the JavaScript and runs in the web programs. The types of visuals, basically it is Microsoft visuals and custom visuals. Microsoft visuals from Microsoft, and it is the Power BI installation package which is already available in plenty, like stacked bar chart, line chart, waterfall chart, area chart, and many that is already available along with the matrix. Custom visuals or visuals developed by the third party or the end users, such as developers. They can develop their own visuals and they can share it in their office room or in the GitHub, and that can be used in many places. The unsecured custom visualized provided by third party, such as dot plot, roadmap, flow map, journey chart, and scrolls are also available in the GitHub. So data sources. This is a very important area where we take the data from. So data sources are mainly available in Excel, TXT file, XML, JSON folders, and SharePoint folder. So database, we are very familiar with this database where we take the data available. So SQL Server, Access, Oracle, IBM, etc. And Azure is the SQL database where we have the database as well as data warehouse and a blob storage and many things on that as well to take the data. Online services, of course, this is very important and a very useful way of using the BI. That is, Power BI service is available in online. It is SharePoint Online list, Dynamic 365, and then Microsoft Exchange Online. So all these things are available along with the FD and GitHub to take the services. And the other things are like web, SharePoint list, data feed, Active Dictionary, Microsoft Exchange, and other things where you can retrieve your data sources. So the methodology is getting the data work from various data sources like files, database, Azure, and subtitling the data sources. The data will be then stacked in the Power BI instrument and prior to making the report in the Power BI instrument. The data is actually transformed and dissected and corrected for the mistakes. Ma'am, is that I'm running out of time?
Yes, ma'am. Could you kindly finish within another minute? We
Yeah,
have
okay.
exceeded 12 minutes time. Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.
So this is the algorithm that had been implemented in our paper. So you can upload whenever the data is required, and you can find out the visual effect of whatever data is being operated on. So this is the results that we had retrieved after installing the Power BI, and we have also loaded our data in it, and we have retrieved the results from that. So this is what has been done, and it is a great work of working with Power BI devices that we can visualize any number of data and any kind of data, and you can derive with the result in very stipulated time that is going to work plenty in the business area. And thank you so much for listening to my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. So question and answer session now. So I request the experts to ask their questions.
Yeah,
Ma'am, hello.
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir. Priyadarshini, ma'am, and Vignesh, sir. Kindly answer the questions.
Ma'am, I hope you did survey on Power BI. Okay, right? Am I right? Hello.
So can you repeat it, sir?
You, I hope you did a survey of that Power BI, the tool that is visualization. What's your contribution in that tool, madam? Have you done any experiments or anything, or that is any implementation part, anything, or just you have done only study survey of how far the tool is working, what are the features like that?
Actually, it is like a service, sir.
Okay, madam. Okay, madam. I hope there are other even free open source tools are there. Have you compared this Power BI tool with other, that is Tableau and other things? There is other visualization tools. How far it is different?
Not
Any
actually
idea, ma'am?
a survey on studying it done basically, sir.
Okay, madam. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's all from my side. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Muthuramasamy, sir. Any questions from your side?
yeah, you can audible now.
Yes, sir. You are audible, sir.
Yeah. This is basically the nice presentation, Priyadarshini. Currently, most data visualization has been done in the using Power BI only. Currently, in my organization also using Power BI, so there is lots of scope in that. So it's good only. Have you done any dashboard regarding this Power BI, Priyadarshini?
No, sir. Actually, I'm planning to do that, sir. I'm learning a lot on this area, sir.
Yeah, there is a lot of scope in that because most data visualization has been done this one, so this is good only. uh, this is okay, ma'am. This I can over to you.
Thank you,
Actually,
sir.
we are trying to use Power BI in education so that we improve, all the data work, collection of data, and converting into correct metrics. By implementing Power BI, I think we can improvise and give a standard format for collecting data from students.
Okay, good.
Any queries from participants? Participants, if you have any queries, you can unmute your mic and ask. You can also post the questions in the chat box. Okay. So thank you. Thank you. Now I'll call upon the next paper. Paper ID 163. Paper titled Chronic Disease Diagnosis and Classification Using Data Mining Approaches, a Comprehensive Review by Ms. S. Rajeshwari and Dr. K. Arnesh. Over to you, ma'am.
Ma'am, is it visible?
Ma'am, it's not yet visible. You are audible. I'm able to hear you, but the PowerPoint is not yet shared, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you able to share my PPT?
Yes, ma'am, I'll do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, I hope it's visible.
Yes.
You can start,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, all. My paper topic is chronic disease diagnosis and classification using data mining approaches. And this is a review paper about chronic disease. We all know there are several chronic diseases. In my review paper, I focus about 4 important diseases such as diabetes, breast cancer, heart and kidney disease. In recent years, medical data mining has found very applicable in the research area for diagnosing chronic disease. Already there are several attempts are being made in traditional systems, but they are inaccuracy. So it might cause serious in treatment, and this situation may lead to patient's death. So it is an essential to find method for correct analysis of medical data sets. Then only we can assist medical experts for diagnosing people effectively. So this review intends to analyze the traditional data mining methods of comprising machine learning and deep learning, and also and this review paper a comparative analysis to undertaken to explore the various sets of model used before. This review will help to develop efficient system for predicting chronic disease with higher accuracy. And this study focuses on 3 main areas: review of various data mining methods, next comparative analysis and performance, next efficient efficient algorithm, next focus about applications and challenges in medical sector. And there are common data mining techniques used in healthcare sector. These are the very important algorithms used, and it is divided into the data mining techniques are divided into descriptive and predictive, and clustering and association process is included in the descriptive process. Classification algorithms are comprised in predictive process. And predictive, these are the classification algorithms commonly used in health sector: neural network, decision tree, Bayesian network, genetic algorithm, artificial neural network, Navy-based, k-nearest neighbor, a priori, support vector machine, KNN and k-mean. These are the common application algorithms used, and we will see one by one about our diseases briefly. First one is prediction of heart disease. Heart disease could be detected by certain medical tests and utilizing wearable sensor. But the wearable sensor has also been used to monitor the body of patients, not only internally but also externally for detecting the disease. But wearable sensor data are also degraded by the signal like noise and missing values, and minimize the system performance. So it also produces an inaccurate outcome. If we perform through extracting the information from electronic medical records, it will give the prediction could be done before heart attack happens. So the prediction is good for heart disease. Next one is prediction of diabetes. No cure to predict diabetes, but disease can be controlled through yearly prediction. For predicting diabetes, data are assigned from patients, and patient consult the medical experts, and these practitioners take a decision through their experience, and the process involved in decision making is lengthy and also take more time. So recently, various medical data sets have been easily accessible for diabetes also. Next one is prediction of kidney disease. Kidney disease is very severe recently, and several people die every year. So initial prediction of this disease could be profitable to enhance survival rate of the suffering patient. This will also help to minimize the treatment cost. Here also there are several methods associated with traditional ML, and progress of this disease could be detected. Next one is breast cancer. Prediction of breast cancer seems to be common kind of cancer affecting women after lung cancer. Analyzing medical image has been efficient technique to predict the cancer, like ultrasound, mammography, MRI, like that. Here, among these, mammography imaging has been highly suggested, but there are several demerits in mammography. So radiologists also could not easily afford correct manual analysis due to enhanced count of mammograms produced in huge screening. It is better to use CAD, computer-aided design, has suggested for detecting breast cancer indicator and enhances the diagnosis accuracy. And next, these are the comparative analysis I use in my paper. Please, next slide, ma'am. Okay. This is the comparative analysis I used in my paper. For heart disease, for every disease, I use 4 columns. For heart disease, various algorithms like SPM, GA, Navy-based neural network, like that, they are used. Among these, COT showed better performance than other methods with 87% of accuracy. Next to that, GA SPM exposed 88.34% accuracy. Next one is diabetes prediction. When compared with diabetes prediction, CARD and J48 have been cost effective with 99% of accuracy. This detection rate has been higher, and hence it could be possible for the doctor to make efficient decision making. Next one is predicting kidney disease. Here J48 shows a 99% of accuracy rate. Next to that, for predicting breast cancer, DT exposed high accuracy. Thus from comparative analysis is found that classification accuracy varies based on the considered method. In addition to feature selection plays a significant part in attaining high accuracy. Next one is application and challenges. These are the common applications used in medical sector, not in chronic disease. Among this, medical structure encompasses of high or a huge data volume that consists of patient information. It is highly significant challenges, and mainly few data mining methods successfully employed in healthcare include AN and artificial neural network, DA, next DT, decision tree, nearest neighbor method, like that. There are lots of methods used. Next one is challenges. Challenges of DM in medical sector. Various challenges have been faced by data mining in medical sector. According to that, large and heterogeneous nature of next slide now. According to that, large and heterogeneous nature of data mining has caused the biggest trouble for data mining in healthcare. This will cause the scope and complexity of healthcare data has been obstacle for successful implementation of data mining. Up to that, I conclude. Hence, I conclude that
though several methods were used, all of them have their own merits and demerits based on their outcomes were explored. Next, I think this study will serve as a guideline to find efficiency for each algorithm, and this will help.
Difficult. Suppose if you are interested and willing to continue this research, how do you get the data set? And also you mentioned about the GAs and other different types of DTs. What it means, madam? What is mean by GA? In your slide it was there. GAs and DTs.
DTs means decision trees algorithm, sir.
Okay,
And okay, sir. GA means gradient.
No, it is. I hope it's a genetic algorithms. Am I right or?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sorry, genetic algorithm.
Okay.
Sir, you asked about data sets, sir. It is all available in the network,
Yeah,
sir.
okay, ma'am. You have to think about the way of getting data set.
I use Wisconsin data set for predicting the breast cancer, and
but
like
real time and all, it's okay. Very difficult to
yes,
predict and that much of accurate way. So please, you have to think about for getting the data set. That is the only and difficulty in this medical domain. Thank you, ma'am.
yes,
Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Muthuramasamy, sir, do you have any questions?
Yeah, Rajesh, this is a good presentation. What are the algorithms have you used in that history?
Sir?
Algorithms. What are the algorithm mainly you have
This
used?
is a review paper, sir. So I collect from my references 37 papers, and I make a comparative analysis. From that only, I talk about SART, J48, like that. And by using data mining basic algorithms like neural network, decision tree, genetic algorithms, like that only, I gathered all the information.
Okay, ma'am. Good. Nice.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Any queries from other participants? Thank you, Rajeshwari, ma'am.
And thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to call our next participant, paper ID 164, Evaluation of Data Mining Algorithms for Breast Cancer Prediction by Mrs. Nadia and Dr. J. Sumita.
Ma'am, as I'm audible, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible. Kindly share your PPT, ma'am. Ma'am, you are audible. Please share your PPT. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Your presentation is visible. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can start, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Very good afternoon to one and all present here. Myself is Nadia, full-time PhD research scholar, Department of Computer Science, Dr. S.N.S. Rajashmi College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore, and my research guide is Dr. J. Subita, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr. S.N.S. Rajashmi College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. First of all, I'm very glad to present my paper in this wonderful session. Now I'm going to present my research work. My paper is with the title of Evaluation of Data Mining Algorithms for Breast Cancer Prediction. So this is my agenda. First, I'm going to tell some introduction about my research work, then what is the objective and what are the related work that have been already done for related to my research, and what are the materials and methods I have been used for my research work. Finally, the result, what is the result I have found, and the conclusion part of my research work. So in the introduction part, this is a very general thing. That is a breast cancer prediction. So first, I'm just going to introduce what is meant by cancer. Cancer means it is an abnormal growth of cell in our body. Again, the breast cancer is in the breast also we are having many cells. If any of the cell grows abnormally, then it becomes a breast cancer. It is a second common cancer in women, and it is the primary cause of death in women. In our breast, in our body, we have two different genes named genes genes named BRCA1 and BRCA2. If we have the mutated version of these genes, definitely we may have a chance to get a breast cancer. That is, mutation means the sequence. If the sequence will be changed, then it will be get mutated, and we have a chance to get breast cancer. Here I'm having a small statistics about breast cancer. In India, it is very, very alarming statistics about breast cancer. That is, every 4 minutes, one woman is diagnosed with breast cancer, and every 13 minutes, one woman dies because of breast cancer. And yearly, nearly 1.38 million people were diagnosed with breast cancer, with 4,58,000 death rates. This is very, very alarming statistics in India about breast cancer. And all over the world, in the world, 1 in 8 women is diagnosed with breast cancer. In 2020, nearly 2.3 billion breast cancer cases was detected all over the world, with 6,85,000 death rates. Here, the name or type of breast cancer depends on the place where it begins. Here, I'm having some 3 types of breast cancer. There is lobular cancer. In our breast, we are having the gland called lobules, where the milk is produced. If the cancer begins, that is called as a lobular cancer. And next is a ductal carcinoma. We are having the ducts which is used to transform the milk from our lobular glands to the nipple. If we have the cancer in that part, then it's called as a ductal carcinoma. The next is a Paget disease. If you are having cancer in nipples, then it is Paget disease. So again, this is very, very common problem in the world. So I'm just giving some awareness about breast cancer, small awareness about breast cancer. If you are a woman, if you are aged 40 plus, please be aware of breast cancer. If you are having any of these symptoms in your breast, please contact with your doctor for immediate breast cancer diagnosis. So these are some of the symptoms of breast cancer. If you are having any lumps in your breast or nipple pain, changes to skin texture in the breast, or nipple discharge, or the nipple retraction, or lymph node changes in your breast. So if you notice any of the symptoms, please be aware of breast cancer. Then these are some of the risk factors of breast cancer. Age is the main risk factor. Then if you're having a genetic changes, that is BRCA1, in the genes BRCA1 or BRCA2, and if you're having a family history. So these are the main risk factors for breast cancer. Then how to avoid a breast cancer? The first and foremost main thing is, please be aware of breast cancer, and you just maintain a healthy weight. You just have a healthy food. So these are some of the common things if you follow, you can avoid breast cancer. The awareness is very, very important for avoiding breast cancer. See, in medical, we are having many diagnostic methods to diagnose breast cancer. One of the main method is mammography. That is the X-ray picture of a breast. Sometimes this diagnostic method will produce a wrong result because of it is having some limitations. Sometimes the mammography will be false positive or false negative. False positive means the mammography will produce abnormality of discover an abnormality, but the particular patient is not having a cancer. False negative means breast cancer is the particular patient is having breast cancer, but it is hidden by normal tissue in a breast. So these are the disadvantage of mammography. So we need some computerized algorithms which gives more accurate results when compared with medical results. So only I have tried 3 different data mining algorithms. Data mining means where we can extract hidden information from the data. So here I have selected 3 different data mining algorithms which is implemented for the prediction of breast cancer. So the algorithm I have chosen is decision tree algorithm, and support vector machine algorithm, and then the artificial neural network algorithm. Then the dataset I have selected from the Usain machine learning repository. The dataset name is Winconsin breast cancer original dataset. And the parameters I have been used to check the accuracy of performance of these algorithms is accuracy, precision, and recall. With the help of my result, I just found that artificial network algorithm is best when compared to other 2 algorithms. So these are the literature survey. So these are the papers I have referred for my research work. So first paper is prediction of breast cancer disease using machine learning algorithm. In that they have used 3 different algorithms, and they have taken the dataset from Kaggle, and they have found that the random forest is the best algorithm for breast cancer prediction. The next is a breast cancer prediction using machine learning technique. Here they have used a different algorithm, that is logistic regression, decision tree, random random forest k-nearest neighbor support vector machine, and they have taken data set from the they have used the data set named as Winconsin breast cancer data set, and they are also found that the random forest is best when compared with other algorithms. So the authors have the researchers have used different algorithms with different data sets for finding the breast cancer prediction. They have got different result for different data sets and the algorithm they have been used. So in my research work, I have been used the metation methods. First is the data set. Data set I have collected, I have used from the UCI machine learning depository. My data set name is Winconsin original breast cancer data set. Here the classification value is cancerous and non-cancerous, which is non-cancerous means benign and cancerous is malignant. They have totally 32 attributes. The sample code number, thickness, uniformity of cell size, these are the some of the attributes. And for the pre-processing technique, I have been used the k-nearest neighbor algorithm. Pre-processing means the data, the value in the data set, sometimes it may be missed the values, so we need to fulfill that value before sending it to the algorithms. So for that purpose, here I have been used the k-nearest neighbor algorithm. The k-nearest algorithm will classify the new data depending on their they resemble the closest data. So using that method, I have fulfill the missing attribute values in my data set. So after the pre-processing, I have been used the same data set with my three different algorithms. First is the decision tree. So it is a supervised algorithm. Supervised algorithm means already the data is having some label. So in my data set, the data is already labeled as cancerous or malignant, that is benign or malignant. So I have used this decision tree algorithm. In the decision tree algorithm is a tree structure. Here it is having a decision node, leaf node, and the attribute selection measure. Decision node means where first the decision tree will start from the root node. It will move to the next level. The next level node is called as a decision node, where it having many branches. From the decision node, the tree will be continued. And the leaf node is the final node. In that final node only we are having an output. So in my case, either the particular data is classified as benign or malignant. The attribute selection measure here, it is used to select best attribute in each level of the tree. So this is how the decision tree algorithm will be used for my data set. That is the first, it will be started from the single attribute. From that, it will continue to the next level. And finally, this is a leaf node, whether the leaf node is classified as benign or malignant. The next is algorithm I have been used is support vector machine. It is a best classification method, and it uses a technique called hyperplan. Using hyperplan, it will classify the data, and here the another one trick is used. It is called as a kernel trick. It will change the data from the low dimensional space to the high dimensional space. That is, if the data is in the two dimensional space, it will be changed into three dimensional space. So if it is changed into high dimensional space, it will be very useful to you. It will be very efficient for the classification.
Nadia ma'am, sorry for interruption. Ma'am,
Yes,
could you complete the presentation in another 2 minutes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So the next algorithm I have been used is artificial neural network. That algorithm will also classify the data into benign and malignant. So next I have for the performance measure, I have been used the confusion matrix, which is having four different values, that is true positive, false negative, and true negative. Here I have used three different parameters which is used to calculate the efficiency, that is accuracy, precision, and recall. And I have worked with these three algorithms with my data set, and this is the output I got from my research work. That is, when compared to the decision tree support vector machine, the artificial neural network algorithm will give the better accuracy, precision, as well as recall. And this is a graphical representation of my research work. Finally, the conclusion part, here I have created three different predictor models for the prediction of breast cancer, and I have found that artificial neural network is best when compared to other algorithm. Here it is depends on my data set. In future, I will try different data sets with different algorithm for the prediction of breast cancer, and I will check which algorithm will give more accuracy for the breast cancer prediction. Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving this chance to present my paper.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes.
So over to question and answer session. I request our academic experts to ask questions.
Thank you for your wonderful presentation, madam.
Thank you,
Nadia?
sir.
It's very much useful to current situation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Few clarification from your
Yes,
presentation,
yes, sir.
madam. Okay, where you got the data set, madam? Because getting the data set seems very difficult.
Sir, it is yes, sir. It is a secondary data set only, sir. I got it from UCA machine learning repository.
Okay, good, madam.
Yes,
And
sir.
you have chosen decision tree and FPM, right?
Yes, sir.
Fundamental concepts of data mining. In
Yes,
decision
sir.
tree, there are so many decision tree models there,
Yes, sir.
isn't it? That is
Yes, sir.
ID3, sparse,
Yes, sir.
random
Yes,
forest,
sir.
etc. Among that,
Yes.
which specific algorithm have you approached in
Sir,
the exam?
J48, sir.
Is it okay? What concept based
Sir,
information?
sir,
Uh,
I couldn't hear you, sir. Hello. Sir?
voice is audible? Hello?
Yes, sir. Now
Yes,
I
sir.
audible, sir.
That is it the J4 algorithm is J4.5 or J4 like that? Is correct?
So, yes, sir. J48.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm audible.
J48. Is it
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, madam. Is it that algorithm is information that is measure-based algorithm or gain ratio or Gini index-based algorithm? No?
Sir, information measurement. That is attributes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, madam.
Sir, it is an attribute selection measure I'm using now, sir. It is information based only, sir.
Okay.
Oh, yes,
Okay,
sir.
ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Then
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
that is, you mentioned it about true positive and other things. What is maybe a true positive, madam?
That is the positive. How much positive values are correctly diagnosed, sir?
Okay. So then any idea about precision recall? It's an fundamental measures. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Have you attempted for your algorithms, precision and recall?
Yes, sir. I have used that, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you, madam. That's all from my side. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Muthuramasamy, sir, any questions from your side?
Yeah, this is a good presentation.
Yes, sir.
Currently, this real time, it's mostly it's required. So
Thank you,
you
sir.
are used how many algorithms?
3 algorithms, sir.
Oh, okay. Nice presentation.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks so much.
Yes. And thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nitya, ma'am.
Yes,
Any other questions from participants? Okay, thank you, participants. So now we have our final paper for the session. I would like to inform our experts that the paper number 274 and 272, the participants are not presenting now. So I call upon paper number 190. The title of the paper is Corneal Reflection Based Eye Tracking Technology to Overcome the Limitations of Infrared Rays Based Eye Tracking. The paper will be presented by Mr. R. Srinivas and Dr. V. Kanchana Devi.
Good afternoon, one and all. So I'm presenting the presentation now. Just a minute.
Srinivas, sir, your PPT is visible. Kindly unmute yourself and start presenting, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you are audible. And currently the slide is in slide number 8.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Just a minute. Just a minute, ma'am. I'm really sorry. Just a minute. My hands are sweaty, So yes. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, one and all present here. My topic of the paper is corneal reflection-based eye tracking technology to overcome the limitations of infrared-based eye tracking. I'm Ash Srinivas. I'm a master student at VIT Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai, and my guide is Dr. Kanchana Devi V. Ma'am. She's an associate professor at Vellore Institute of Technology, Chennai. The abstract. human eye plays an important role in determining the state of mind amongst clinical population. The eye tracking technology previously used infrared rays. The infrared rays used to stimulate the neurons in the brains. There were a few eye tracking methodologies used in this process. For example, mobile eye tracking technology, gaze detection eye tracking, and then the inner pupil center vector, which is also known as ICPCV. The gaze detection using eye tracking uses the 9-point calibration method. The comparative when these methodologies were compared with those of traditional laboratory testing methods, these methods proved effective. And the disadvantage is that when people with these chronic ailments are exposed to infrared rays for a longer duration, these would harm people with cognitive impairment, that is CI, and mild cognitive impairment, MCI. As an alternative, near infrared rays, which is also known as active light, these, in combination with the help of corneal reflections, is used in the proposed method. This reduces the lesion and injuries which could be caused due to infrared rays. And next, this is my literature survey. The first.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, sorry to interrupt.
Yes.
Your slides are not moving. So.
Is it moving now?
No, sir. So you could stop presenting once and share it again. I guess it's in the first slide.
Okay. So is it visible now, ma'am?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it's visible. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Sorry. Okay.
No issues, sir. No issues.
Okay. Is it moving now? Okay. This is a for literature survey 1. These are my reference papers. The first one is published in the year of 2019, and the title is Eye Tracking System Based on Inner Corner Pupil Center Vector and Deep Neural Network. The methodologies involves a set of workflow and eye gazing algorithm. These estimates the gaze direction. Users are not required to keep their head stationary. And second paper is emotion recognition using eye tracking, which recognizes the emotion of people. And then a contribution of eye tracking to study cognitive impairments amongst clinical populations. This uses spontaneous eye blink rate methods and pupil dilation methods. And then the novel method for rapid assessment of cognitive impairment using high performance eye tracking technology. These methods use the gaze points and pictures, and movie clips are used as task sequences. The next paper is evaluation of an eye tracking setup for studying visual attention in face-to-face conversations. These are based on display and scene-based methodologies. The results predicts human behavior through face-to-face conversations, and then gaze and eye tracking techniques and applications using ADAS. ADAS is advanced. ADAS. These methods use the gaze and eye tracking methodologies, and it is used in applications such as driving system or for a pilot, etc. The next is eye gaze patterns of decision process and pro-social behavior. This method involves a prisoner's dilemma game. The results show that the social factor influences on a physiological basis of cognitive processes. And next is using eye tracking to investigate the effect of complexity on attribute non-attendance and discrete choice of experiments. This method includes the discrete choice experiments. The next is gaze in action, head-mounted eye tracking of children's dynamic visual attention during naturalistic behavior. This is based on head-mounted eye tracking device. The next is a generative model of cognitive state from task and eye. This is based on observers and stimuli reaction. We'll now move on to the introduction part. Eye tracking is nowadays becoming popular in the field of medicine. It is extensively used in treating diseases like Alzheimer's, that is people with cognitive impairment, and in Parkinson's disease. It also shows in social and personal behavior amongst clinical populations. The cognitive state of a person can be determined using a combination of eye tracking technology and decision making. The various steps involved in decision making are assessment and formation of performances, selection and execution of actions, and experiencing the outcome. In this paper, instead of IRAs, which has already been used, the concept of non-invasive IRAs would be used with an eye tracking device which would be developed using Python. When subjected to IR rays for a longer duration, the eyes may be injured. That is, which is also known as lesion. For this purpose, the concept of non-invasive IR rays is to be used. The calculation is done as per the root mean squared error, which is used to calculate the error between the x-axis and y-axis of both the eyes. Finally, the Euclidean distance is calculated. The proposed workflow. The proposed workflow uses the non-invasive IR rays. The eyes. This method improves the efficacy and quality of eye tracking technology. This is also based on a 3D video oculographic technique.
Srinivas sir, excuse me sir. Yes, sir, your slides are not moving, sir. It's in slide number 4, sir.
Okay. So is it moving now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it's moving.
Okay, sir. I think the slideshow is causing a problem. I'll just keep it in this way. Is it fine?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Just keep it in this way and proceed, sir.
Okay,
yes.
Thank you. So the proposed workflow consists of a non-invasive IR rays. This method improves the efficacy and quality of eye tracking technology. This is based on 3D video oculographic technique, which is used to record the eye movements. This is proposed for automatic monitoring of eye position, which could be also used in remote eye tracking. The non-invasive rays, in combination with those of the near-infrared rays, are used to study a cognitive condition amongst clinical population. The near-infrared rays is also known as active light. This creates a corneal reflections. The corneal reflections is also known as a glint. Is used in combination with the glint detection. The corneal reflections refers to the reflections from the corneas of the eyes. The corneal reflex is used to identify the trigeminal. That is, the trigeminal nerve is nothing but a nerve that carries a sensation from the face to the brain. This helps in determining the facial expression, which could recognize the emotion of a person. The eye movements is measured using a non-contact method. This comprises of an optical method. The eyes reflect the IR rays, and then the video camera senses the rays. Through the changes made by reflections in the eye, the data of the eye rotation is extracted and the corresponding information are analyzed. The eye tracking, which relies on the video-based procedure, uses a method of corneal reflection. And methods such as ICPCV, that is inner corner pupil center vector, are used. And this is the calculation, MSEX. And these are the means. MSEX is a mean squared error of the x-axis and y-axis, and then the root mean square is RMSEY, and root of x-axis and of y-axis, and capital N stands for number of frames. The data set. In this case, we can. I have taken a sample data set from the internet, that is in the given reference papers. And then with these data set, we will be able to present it in the form of animation or circuit path representations, heat maps, mapping blind zones, and saliency maps. These heat maps and saliency maps are used for data visualization of a cluster analysis, and it can be implemented using R program. The conclusion is the non-invasive IR rays can be used in a variety of applications such as safe driving, training the pilots, and gaming applications, etc. When used in a medical field, it is used to study the cognitive impairment amongst clinical populations, like predicting the stress level, determining the human behavior, etc. These rays require lesser amount of time when compared to normal IR rays. It also minimizes the lesion, that is the injuries caused in the eyes, and also used to treat brain tumors. Using the technique of normal IR rays, remote eye tracking technology is not possible. The non-invasive IR rays is based on a 3D model. This helps the researchers or the doctors to determine the cognitive state of a person even more better. These rays are safer when compared to the normal IR rays. The first image depicts the 9-point calibration method. So, and then the second image depicts the gaze detection method. And then this is the eye tracking method used, which uses corneal reflections. The first the user is made to focus on a screen, and the eye is detected, and then your glint is detected, and then these are mapped, and the point of gaze is finally calculated. And this is the processing image of the proposed system. Again, the frames, that is the frame of x-axis and the frame of y-axis, and then the pupil is detected and the glint is detected, and finally these both are mapped, and then finally the point of gaze is calculated. These are the bright pupil and the dark pupil obtained. and this is the eye tracking with the help of active light. So when you use when a software or when a software for the eye tracking is used, you can see this you can see the glint detection and the active light. That's it. Thank you, sir. This is all from my end, and I thank and I'm grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I request the experts to ask their questions.
Srinivas?
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
What's your contribution in this work?
So actually, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
So actually, I'm developing this using Python, sir. So like using Python, I'll be developing for non-invasive based IR tracking, sir.
Okay, you got the data set from Apple or TensorFlow.
So your voice is crumbling, so could you please come again?
I hope you got a data set.
Yes, sir. I have got a data set, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And even you looked at some sample code or some modules from the Python, right? Some NumPy or some modules. Okay, fine. What's your contribution in this one? You took the data set from Kaggle or something, and even the implementation part also, some implementation models, some built-in modules are available in Python. Then what you learned from this one?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, the sample data set was also taken, and I have used also the Haytham eye tracking software, and then I have imported data set. I have imported the data set, and then I'm now implementing the program, sir. So I have already implemented the algorithm, sir, which is.
Good.
I have already implemented the algorithm, which is in the paper, sir.
Yeah, sorry to
Yes, sir. I have already implemented the algorithm.
What's the accuracy of your model?
Accuracy would be not 100%, but then somewhere it would be effective, sir.
So why don't you go for deep learning models like RNN, LSTM, like that? Why don't you approach that kind of models?
Yes, sir. I'll definitely try on this, sir.
So I hope you are an BTech or a scholar.
Sir, I'm an MCA student, sir.
Right. Thank you for your presentation.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
This is nice presentation, Srinivas.
Thank you, sir.
Basically, you are using which language for implementing this project? Which
Python, sir. Python.
You can try also R programming, right?
Yes, sir. R programming is used for those graphical representations, sir. It is the heat maps and then the saliency maps and all, sir.
Oh, okay. And algorithms you have used in
Python only. Sir, actually the algorithms are in the paper, but then I didn't mention it the PPT because it would be running. It would be consuming a lot of time. So that's the reason, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Srinivas. This is good, nice presentation.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Participants, if you have any questions, you can ask now. Okay. Thank you, participants. Then I am happy to thank our academic experts for their valuable suggestion to our participants. Feedback form is posted in the chat box, so I request the participants to fill in the feedback form. Participants, you can receive the certificates in another 2 to 3 days, and the information will be shared with you. So we have come to the end of the session. Thank you so much, one and all, for your presence, and I'm extremely happy to thank our academic chairperson, Dr. K. Selvakumar sir, and our industry expert, Mr. P. Muthuramasamy, for their valuable suggestions. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. So participants, kindly fill the feedback link. I'll repost it, sir. Kindly fill the feedback form before leaving the session. Thank you.
Madam, shall...
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. You can leave, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, and then regarding the publication, is the right time to ask?
Just a minute, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Srinivas, sir, we'll update you about that shortly, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, participants. If you have completed the feedback form, we lined up the session. Thank you so much. Thank you, one and all.